An Arizona Lotus Corp radio station. Listen online at KFMA.com. You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live in Rockwell 2.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. And hopefully over your FM signal this morning, which should be up and running on 102.1, whatever our frequency is. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Sorry if I sound a little dejected this morning. I'm still frustrated over these technical issues that we are continuing to not address, even though I've been promised by Sunday night that 100% of this would be fixed, calibrated 100%.
Calibrated.
I don't know what does 100% mean to you. Maybe, I understand that our engineer is a very intelligent man who knows about percentages and math, and I would not be able to out-joust him
right
and around to Jeopardy, right? Especially
Sure.
if it came down to like math or any of that. But what's 100% mean to you?
That means totality. I think he should have gone the Listerine route, 99.9%.
Exactly.
There's that 0.01%.
Yes.
Yeah.
If anything, and I'm not even upset, I'm just disappointed. And if anything, and I hope that he hears this in future reference to leave that margin of error.
Absolutely.
Right. And again, he's a big brain on him. Right. I think he realizes what importance the margin of error.
That's a good tour name, by the way.
Yeah. It's fantastic. But so 99.9% sure that everything's going to be up and running. Then I could be like, God damn, guy hit with that 0.1%. It happens.
Damn it.
Yeah. Statistically, it's not likely, but it can happen.
Right.
That 0.1% instead of a 0% chance of facing a situation where not only do I have a ton of tickets to give away, I have so many tickets I wanted to give away here before Black Friday and Thanksgiving and the holiday weekend. We have shows coming to town like Buck Cherry and Dia de los Luchas and so much more. I want to give you guys tickets to. But on top of that, we have Tap Out today, and you can't do Tap Out without phones. That we know for a fact, right? So we're not going to be able to have scavengers. We're not even going to be able to have a contestant. I'm going to have to sit here, right, with mouths full of Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza, and then like look Rocco in the eye and be like, oh yeah, about that, about the whole promo, the reason why you come in. Yeah, we can't necessarily do that.
So we kind of could give him a heads up, but we kind of want pizza too. So
yeah, I don't think he never gave me his personal number, and I think I
shame.
understand why. Did you get his personal number?
No, but there's a way on. I'm sure other ways.
Yeah, there's.
But
a way.
well.
Yeah, I understand. I
Man.
still want that pizza though. So that's the thing. maybe we'll do Tap Out via Facebook edition, right?
Yeah, there we go.
That. Yeah, I don't know. Well, later on in the show though, I am excited about an artist that's coming in studio who's performing at 191 Tool tonight. Did you go down the rabbit hole on TX2 yet?
A little bit.
Okay, so here's what I could say about TX2. I'm very excited to meet this guy. He is, in my mind, the modern day multimedia megastar. He is an artist. For all you artists, aspiring artists out there, you need to pay attention to this kid and what he did. All right, because he is doing it right as far as making it in the music industry in 2023. To get signed to a record label, to everything, first and foremost, you have to have quality music. He's got that, tons of that, right? He's like a hybrid of all these influences that we all grew up on, and he's putting together some very catchy tunes. But on top of that, like, how do you get noticed? Well, then you got to go social media. And then what is your approach to social media? His story is so fascinating, and it's nothing but W's along the way that I can't wait to go down the rabbit hole and share that story with you. Because again, if you're an aspiring musician out there, or you know someone who is, I really want at the end of this podcast that we do today, hopefully be like a masterclass of sorts, being like, hey, if you want to make it, watch this interview, this is what TX2 did to take it to the next level, and then copy, paste, and repeat. Right?
A nice template.
Yeah, it's a fantastic template. I mean, it is fascinating, and I am a fan of his music as well. So we're gonna play some TX2 a little bit later on. I understand. Nice. I'm just like throwing out letters to you guys, and you don't know who this artist is yet. But I'll tell you what, your kids might. And the guy is just racking up massive numbers on every single social media forum, and now we're gonna show him a little bit of radio love because it's overdue and well deserved. So I'm stoked about that. All right, well, let's get right into the show. Speaking of music, I got music on the way from Disturbed. Blink-182 is going to kick things off, and your Morning Moron is up next. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA, but you know the name of the show. Let's go! All right, we're back here live. Yeah, that was our show open, and unfortunately, we're not joined by TX2. I did get a message. That wasn't unsolicited booty pic, but it was a message from the TM saying, "Hey, Beef, this is Tim. TX2's manager, his tour manager, just let me know that they have had van problems between Texas and Tucson and won't make it to Tucson until their load-in time for the show. We're so sorry he can't make it to you to perform. Obviously, we'd love to make this up to you, and if there's anything we can do at the show itself and guest list, you or any of your team, please let me know. Unfortunately, I don't go out on Tuesday nights. I don't know what your plans were tonight, but I really wanted to get him in studio. So I returned the proposition saying, hey, is there any way we could squeeze in time between setup and their show to record the podcast here at the station or do it in the morning? And I'm waiting to hear back. So we'll see what happens with that.
Interview him on stage.
Right.
During the show.
I know. No, that wouldn't be my comfort zone. And I really want to, again, I had the idea of what I was going to do, my approach, and I was excited. And I think I was going to get some good clickbait out of it as well. The dude has a huge presence on TikTok and Instagram, social media in general, and has a bunch of catchy songs on top of that.
I was going to wear my mascara today. Sad.
Yeah. And then Shane from Tucson Foodie just texted me at 9:04. Can I go remote today? Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you're not in studio at 9:04. So, all right. Let's see. Are you not in the parking lot?
Patch me in.
Yeah, we had dead air again earlier today, which is fun. And then our phones still aren't working. So, and I was going to take this week off. And I'm only going to bitch about this once, but I was going to look at the opportunity of being like, okay, well, Thanksgiving week, that's 3 work days. Might as well just take that whole week off and then hit the ground running for the end of the year. And I didn't because I was going to have TX2 in studio today. And so not only did TX2 not show up, which I'm not even surprised, but yeah, like my phones, my signal, the show, like is just dropping and getting dead air randomly.
Crashing.
Yeah, everything. Yeah.
But we got free pizza, so.
We did get free pizza. Why don't you show it? Why don't you show it too?
Rocco's Pizza of the Month. Of course, I got the most weird shaped slice, but.
You're dropping onions all over
chicken enchilada.
Yeah, it's super good. So that's the pizza a month. If you haven't had that,
Taki's on there.
Yeah, definitely check it out. All right, but yeah, so that's my bitch fest that I just want to end on.
Beef's bitch fest.
Yeah,
2023.
But I just find it. I see the humor and the irony in it. It's just like, oh, look, this is the week that we weren't even the week that we keep getting dead air and nothing's working was the week that we literally were going to schedule to have off. But Razor's like, hey, you want to do this interview? And I looked up the kid and I was like, actually, I do. And then Razor took vacation. So Razor's off. And I'm like, God damn.
And then a van breaks down in Texas.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh,
that's
of course.
So they say. All right. Todd, you could have pizza. Come on in.
Come hither.
Yeah, you got about 45 minutes. Is that how you're going to ad-lib me today, by the way?
What?
I don't know. The come hither and
I can just be quiet if you want.
No, I want to conversate with you, but I'm gonna call you soundbite. Because I don't know.
There is no conversation to be had. Of course, I'm just alley-ooping you.
All right. Well, I appreciate I do
Fine.
appreciate the assist. To be honest with you. All right, let's not make a big deal out of it. Let's move forward. All right, hopefully Shane will pop in because now I got to do an audible of what we're going to talk about. Aha! Now we did record a bunch of fun stuff today. We just did another Florida man story, and I'm going to actually give you a pop quiz because I know you work with people in their 20s, so I want to see like how hip you still are, Rico. So can you give me the definition? A fizzled.
Fizzled?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and assume tired.
Tired.
Yeah. Out of it.
It's a dating term.
Fizzled?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's been that while since you've been in a dating game, huh?
Do you know what fizzled was before you read this?
Yeah, because I figured I wasn't even surprised that they're saying that this is a term now. I'm more surprised that it wasn't a term before.
Is it because you can't get it up? Like, oh, you fizzled?
No, that's not it.
Well, good guess, I think.
Okay. You're
Tell us what it is
right now. What are you drinking on? I'm looking at the caffeine milligrams right now because you're on one. No, it's not that because I couldn't get it up. Have you heard about breadcrumbing? You know what breadcrumbing is?
We discussed that one, I think, right?
We have.
Yeah.
So breadcrumbing is kind of like stringing somebody along. You heard of cuffing season, right? Do you know what cuffing season is?
Yeah, it's the season where you get a girlfriend or a boyfriend just because it's the season you don't want to be alone during the holidays.
Exactly. So we're smack dab in the middle of cuffing season. So these are all just different dating terms that are now becoming popular vernacular. Fizzled is being added to that, and it's something that you definitely don't want to happen to you. In fact, it's something that's being referred to as even worse than being ghosted. So, and the reason why I even share these is because I feel like I perpetrate these. I'm not victim to these. I accidentally do these, and I'm trying to be better at dating in general. But I'm pretty sure I fizzled just as much as I ghosted. But it's when someone ghosts another person, they just drop off the face of the planet without an explanation, right? That's pretty cold-blooded. That's what ghosting is. But when someone gets fizzled, the Band-Aid isn't ripped off quickly to get the pain over with. It's just slow and dragged out process that sees one person slowly wean themselves away from someone rather than just tell them it's done and move on.
Huh.
Yeah, and it happens a lot. Modern daters, when they talk about being fizzled, they say they'd rather just receive a direct text letting them know it's over and then have communication slowly die and fade away. But they'll say that in survey, but when you send a direct text that says, hey, it's over, and this is the reason why it's over, don't be surprised if that person, I don't know, runs to like a Facebook dating group site and just like smears your name and talks a bunch of shit and lies about you.
Wow.
I'm just saying I read that somewhere. I'm not personally projecting. Speaking of which, here's Shane.
Who would do that?
Yeah. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning, Beef.
Hello.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I'd rather be stabbed once than die of 1,000 paper cuts. But if I'm on the other side, I don't want to stab anybody. I'll probably just give them little paper cuts. Like, it's just like.
So you have fizzled before?
I've been on both sides of this for sure. For sure.
Yeah. I think anyone in modern dating has been, through all these, and it is until like hindsight, and then they have like an actual definition for what you're doing that you're like, oh, I guess that was bad. My bad.
You'd rather have it. Never talk to me again. Please get away from me.
It's over. You think you're being nice too because you don't want to hurt their feelings, but really the nice thing to do is to get it over with.
Yep.
Yeah. The nice thing to do is hurt their feelings. We're back on the air. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. That was a direct quote. No, I'm just kidding. I do like to welcome to our stream, joining us via satellite, because I don't think he likes free pizza from Rocco's or the way that we smell, Rico. Yes, it's Shane from Tucson Foodie. Good morning, Shane. Shane, honestly, I was going to have. Is it because of Rocco's or is it because of our body odor?
It's your breath. Yeah, the whole studio just beef breath.
Reeks.
Yeah. I brought gum today because we were gonna have a bunch of different guests in, and but I'm glad that you're here, regardless of whether it's virtually or in person. It's good to see you. Now,
I'm gonna come down after this for the pizza.
Pizza's gonna be gone by the time you get here.
You and Todd fighting for it.
It's thin crust. Rico and I have already had about 10 slices apiece. Yes. I know.
Wow, I didn't know he did thin crust. That's awesome.
We didn't either. was kind of shocked.
No, I did actually. He's always offered both. But yeah.
Oh, give us the fatty one.
Yeah, give
The
me
big
thick
boy
stuff.
one.
Yes. So today's pizza is chicken enchilada. But yes, we obviously foodie and Thanksgiving go hand in hand. And having Shane from Tucson Foodie on, it just makes sense in this week. Now, before we get into TucsonFoodie.com stuff, which are cool things that we need to address and cover, what is your traditional Thanksgiving meal look like from a skinny foodie like yourself? Like, what are you
I grew
looking
up in the
for?
Midwest. Yeah,
So
I
all
grew
the
up in
cliche
St. Louis,
stuff.
man. All the boring smashed potatoes, green bean casserole with the French onions on top, turkey, gravy, stuffing, all the good Midwestern American stuff.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever heard of something called a shoe fly pie?
No, but I would try that, whatever it is.
Yeah, so for whatever reason, I asked because obviously leading up to Thanksgiving, a lot of people are Googling recipes, things like that, just to try to get ready. And Google released their trending list of the top Thanksgiving trends. Shoe fly pie is one of them. And I had to look it up because I never heard of shoe fly pie, but it's a cool name. And basically, it's like a molasses pie. I described it to Rico, and he almost jumped out of his seat and said, "Give me all your money. I'm going to get some shoe fly pie."
Fun to say too.
It
Sounds
is
good. Sounds like gooey
Yes.
butter cake.
I'll show. It is kind of like a butter cake. I will show a picture on the podcast broadcast stream in a moment of shoe fly pie. But here are a list of some data of what people have been Googling so far to gear up for Thanksgiving holidays. A lot of people want recipes for potato dishes. And some things are more popular in certain states as compared to others. But in many states, they're looking for how to make au gratin potatoes, and then cheesy potatoes and mashed and smashed potatoes, which there is a difference apparently. If you were to pick your potato, what's your premier potato pick?
Scalloped.
You're a psychopath. That's disgusting. What about you?
They're so good.
Rico?
Sweet potato with that cinnamon topping and then butter.
Oh, you like your potatoes
Oh,
be
I
like
love
dessert?
potatoes and the marshmallow.
No, I know my sister who's like 300 pounds, and I love her. God bless her. She makes it. It's so good. It's so good. But yeah, so there's there's special states like California is looking for potato tacos. Maine is looking for potato donuts. And then Georgia is looking for the Irish dish, coal cannon, which is like potatoes and cabbage. So, which is odd. That many Irish people in Georgia.
Scalloped.
All right, pies are also a common search on Google. We talked about the shoe fly pie, but most of them are the standard cherry, apple, pumpkin, pecan, and then sweet potato pie. And the top questions that people are asking Google this Thanksgiving: how many pounds of potatoes per person for Thanksgiving?
Per person.
Yeah.
Jeez. 4.
Right.
Per person.
Right.
America.
When to thaw a turkey for Thanksgiving? How many turkeys are killed for Thanksgiving? Which is a little grim, but definitely now I need to know. And why do we eat turkey on Thanksgiving? Those are some of the things that we ask each and every year, and especially this year. How was it? What?
Right? Pilgrims, right? Pilgrims.
They said so. Yeah. The pilgrims are like, turkey.
Yeah.
They're like, we're doing it.
Google, Rico, do a quick Google search.
Why do we eat turkey
on Thanksgiving? Yeah. See what the first question is. And then we could ask ChatGPT the same. I feel like we'll get a more detailed answer with ChatGPT.
I think Google's just judging me now. Like, really, bro?
Hey,
Thanksgiving type celebrations were common at the turn of the 19th century, with many opting to put a turkey on the table instead of slaughtering a useful animal like a hen or cow that was producing other needed products, according to Britannica. Turkeys at the time and still today were raised to be meat birds. So just preference?
Wow. I guess they're not useful.
I guess not.
No,
you're useless.
I tried to tell that to a vegan before, my vegan friend Nancy. I was like, I feel like turkeys were designed for us to eat because they're kind of like small-minded, like dumb fowl that are super plump. They can't fly. They're basically, they're like a gift. And she got so mad at this and was like, have you ever met a turkey? You know how intelligent turkeys are? And like, I've met a couple giant turkeys, but I cracked up.
funny.
Spears.
You
All right,
dork.
we're gonna keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Justin Spears is gonna join us as well, and he's gonna do the 1 bite challenge for Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza because he's in
Ooh.
studio. He can do that kind of thing. So you can join us youtube.com/bevegan or keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1.
Now, if I was to butcher
Clear. Hold on. You were still on. All right, clear. You're good now.
now, if I was to butcher a turkey, I want to say that line so bad, like, you dumb foul. You dumb foul. Stupid.
Yeah, let me get Spears in there. Good morning, Spears.
Good morning, guys.
Hey,
You say jive turkey?
I said jive turkey.
You said that on the air.
Such a soul brother.
Uh-huh.
I love it, man. I love it.
I immediately think
Jive turkey.
of the Will Ferrell movie Semi-Pro, and I'm just like, I hope that's not an offensive term in 2023. I hope I didn't just get myself
I
canceled
know.
for
You can't say jive turkey.
right.
Took that
Somebody's
from
always
But I was-
offended.
Yeah, it happens, I guess. And good morning, Spears. Have you met Shane from Tucson Foodie, right?
Yeah, Shane's the man.
Shane is the
Hey,
man.
Spears. Spears
Yeah.
is the man.
All right.
You're
Well,
both a man.
who else is the
Jive
man? While
turkeys?
we're covering men, Rico the man.
Rico's the man. And you know who else is the man? You, Beef. Beef, you're the
There
man.
we go.
You can't all be
Thank
the
you.
man.
I was
all-
fishing.
We're all the
Spider-Man
man.
pointing me. It's all pointing at each other.
It's all-
you.
that is funny. All right.
Welcome to the Four
yeah,
Dudes Being Bros
Let's
podcast.
do a 1 bite challenge here, Spears.
Are these Takis?
No, yes.
Yes.
These are Takis topped on there. It's a chicken enchilada pizza from Rocco's Little Chicago
Thin
Pizza.
crust.
Thin crust, bro.
Thin
Yeah.
crust, Takis, chicken enchilada, pizza.
Okay. So 1 bite, right?
1 bite.
Everybody knows the rules?
Yeah.
Everybody knows the rules.
Now,
Oh,
of
I gotta
course,
get one with Takis on it.
yeah. It's not, I mean, it's a little room temperature, but that's how I like my pizza anyways.
Beggars
Right.
can't be choosers.
Yeah, exactly. And you definitely begging.
I like the folded one bite.
So,
Good way
yeah.
to do it.
I'm going to fold this.
Mhm.
I'm going to shove this whole thing in my mouth.
Okay.
You talk about 1 bite. I'm like, I might as well go big, right?
Yeah.
Go
go
right,
big
big.
or go home.
Here we go.
All right, you know how to do the Heimlich in case you need to get pizza.
Yeah, I
out of
got 'em.
this? Okay. I don't like chubby kids choking on my show.
Look at that. Yeah, analyzing.
Yeah. Can you taste the flavor or is it in your throat?
Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
That was really good.
Dude, was it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you swallow it? Did you taste it at all?
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. That's the business.
All right.
It's a business.
That's the bee's knees.
It is.
Out of 9.
He doesn't miss.
Hmm?
Doesn't miss.
He
Except the banana pie even didn't miss.
Yeah, no.
Shockingly.
That was surprisingly good. I was super stoked about that. And yeah, I knew once they were going to put enchilada sauce on the pizza, I'm like, yeah, we could do this. I've actually had some good Mexican pizzas that was frozen pizza that they do it with like cornmeal or like cornbread style crust. I forgot what the brand was, but that's been tasty as well. So I know it can be done.
What's that? The square frozen one, like the Totino's. What is the one that's like square?
Well, it's square
Cardboard.
now. It wasn't before. You are talking about Tostinos.
Tostino's, right?
Yeah,
I had a weird like self-hatred for actually liking those things at one point.
they were the best.
I was like, what the hell?
They
Why
were
do I like
best until
these?
they changed it up. They
Did
did
they?
change it up when it was round. They were the best.
Mm.
When they made it square, something about that. But I would house one of those probably a day.
This is good. I'm not gonna hate.
Yeah, I lived off that during my 20s. And it's still something that
And you moved up to Red Baron at one point.
I fondly remember. Yeah, now I make that Red Baron money.
Oh, Red Baron money.
Red Baron's the best, man.
You think?
Yeah.
Or
All right.
Newman's.
Newman's.
You're gonna stick around with us? You're gonna hang out with us? I hope you do.
I gotta go, but
Why?
I gotta work.
God damn it. Job.
Well, how much longer do you need
jive
me?
turkey?
Well, I was gonna play a clip and get ready for Shane's segment on Tucson Foodie because there was a couple things that was catching my eye. And
I want to talk about the Chargers quarterback.
No, we don't gotta talk about them.
All right, fine.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah,
I know you're a Packers fan.
I am, but it was kind of interesting to see his performance. That's
We-
all.
We don't gotta talk about it.
you a little
Okay.
mad about that?
A little bit.
Okay.
The Chargers have taken so many years off my life. It's
Aw.
so frustrating because they lose, but they lose 1 possession games,
Mhm.
and they,
So they give you hope,
but they're also
and then they
not.
destroy it.
Are we on radio or not?
No, we're on the podcast.
I'm able to cuss,
Yes.
Go for it.
but they're not shitty enough
Yeah.
to get the number 1 overall pick.
I thought it was gonna be an F word, to be honest with you. When you were asking
Shitty.
for,
And
I thought your agony and pain was so deep that you were going to go straight for words that your mother has never even heard you say.
That was a good shitty, though. That was like a John Malkovich.
Yeah.
Shitty.
They're not, like I said, they're not shitty enough to be the number one overall pick.
Right,
So they
for
don't get
hope for
high
the
draft
future.
picks. They're just kind of middle of the road, just average. Like they're the Hufflepuff of the NFL. They're just there.
It's just odd. Like they look really good performance-wise, but then they just don't rack the numbers.
Yeah. And the question is, why is
Sad.
Weirdo not here? Weirdo had an appointment early in the morning, but she's literally in the building, I think, because she's going to do a meeting with Mac before the show is over. So that's odd. But no, I feel your pain on that to a certain extent. I mean, my Giants suck ass, but they might get a good pick out of it.
Hey, Tommy DeVito, baby.
Yeah, Tommy
Tommy
DeVito.
DeVito, the Italian legend. Still living with his mother and his father, living in New York, being an Italian quarterback.
Yeah.
He's living life right now.
Is there any hope for him to be good?
No, he's just going to.
Thanks. Yeah. You got me all like amped. You know, it was interesting to see Kyler Murray come back for the Cardinals and then, of course, win that first game back, not win the second game back, but kind of reminding people who he is and the difference maker he can be while in the lineup if he could keep himself healthy. But
the Cardinals suck.
Yeah.
That's
shitty.
But it's shitty. Yeah.
Shitty.
I just think that the Kyler Murray injury, his knee injury, I really thought that it was going to affect his ability to move around and make cuts and do all these other things. And his legs, he seems to still have his athleticism and his speed. And we saw that in the goal line against the Texans last week. But yeah, the Texans are playing really good football right now, number one. And number two, Cardinals are just bad all around. They have so many holes in their defense. They still need a reliable wide receiver.
Yeah.
James Conner, their starting running back, has been in and out of the lineup. So it's just all sorts of bad. This is definitely a rebuilding season for the Cardinals. But, you know, we were wondering, is this going to be a year where they deal Kyler Murray to another team and trade him because they could be in the sweepstakes to get Caleb Williams, number one overall in the draft? Now it looks like they still have their franchise quarterback, and they're going to be just fine with Kyler.
Yeah, and I think they should keep Kyler. It's very difficult to get a good franchise quarterback, as every other team in the NFL will show you right now. And, you know, the ones that don't have a quarterback and how they shit the bed on a regular basis. All right, so we're halfway through the season. Who would you pick to be in the Super Bowl at the end of the season as of today? Who's facing off against each other?
The game we saw last night.
The Chiefs and
Eagles.
Yeah, Chiefs and Eagles. That's what everyone's saying from the beginning of the season as well. Like it was out, you know, I mean, the common consensus was Chiefs and Eagles all day long. The rest of the season doesn't matter for everybody else.
Yeah.
Is there a sleeper who might be able to sneak their way into the Super Bowl?
I wouldn't say they're a sleeper pick, but I really love the move to get Chase Young from the Washington Commanders. One of the best defensive ends coming out of college football just a couple years ago. Commanders are kind of in free fall mode right now. Apparently there's rumors out there that Bill Belichick is going to go from the Patriots and go coach the Commanders next season, which would be a very wild move on his part. But you kind of feel like his time is coming to an end in New England, and maybe he wants to, you know, do something in Washington and, you know, see if he can revive his career a little bit. It kind of reminds me of
Andy Reid.
Not Andy Reid. Oh, a little bit, actually. That's actually a really good point. I was thinking like NBA comparison, kind of like Phil Jackson. You know, going from the Bulls to the Lakers, like people are wondering, does he still got it? Can he do it with another team?
Phil Jackson was ousted at his peak, though. That's the difference. Now, Andy Reid did look like he fizzled, bringing that word back, and now he just didn't have it anymore in Philadelphia towards the end. And there was a lot of times they got close, but just failed. And they kind of pushed him out as well, but it looked like it was at the end of his run, and his whole family started falling apart in suicides and deaths. It's a very tragic story. And then he was able to come back. Now, you know sports. Come on, Shane. You're a professor.
Sports.
I actually have a question for Shane.
Okay, good.
So Shane,
he craves attention, by the way. So
Is
give
it
it to
sports related?
No, it is not
Yes.
sports related.
Okay.
I got to ask you, like, Thanksgiving for you as Mr. Tucson foodie, do you just sit there and just like judge other people's dishes? Like, how do you approach Thanksgiving?
It's sad. It's a sad existence for me. I'm divorced. My daughter is going to Disneyland with her rich mom. I'm going to be home alone, cooking by myself, spending it with my dog.
So wait, she has a rich mom, so you had a rich wife?
Yeah, worst mistake I've made. Yeah.
Why? How'd you fuck that up?
Here's what I did. I put her through med school. and then I got divorced. Idiot. Like I just didn't, I got
I was
Yeah,
saying,
we all live, we all learn.
he commented on her cooking. He's like, yeah. and that's how Tucson
That's how
Foodie
Tucson
was
Foodie was
born.
born, yeah.
Divorce.
I went to her family's Thanksgiving dinner. I was like, this food sucks. This isn't going to work. Baby. I'm sorry.
My Thanksgiving's not going to be much better. Yes, I'll have my daughter, but my daughter's having me bring her boyfriend along too, and then I'm just going to be basically running them around Phoenix, like giving errands. They need to go here, here, and here. And now I'm their Uber. And if they both try to sit in the back seat, I swear to God, one of them's going to get a backhand. Actually, maybe both, all in one stroke. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Like no way. I'm not going to be an actual literal taxi, but
Chauffeur.
yeah.
You're being a good
Well,
dad, though.
I get to go to Prescott to visit my dad. So
Oh, you know your dad is?
yeah,
Sweet.
just found out a few years ago.
Yeah.
I knew who it was. I thought
Okay.
it was Shaq for the longest time, but
Yeah.
it turned out not to
That
be.
would make sense, given how you look.
Would.
Yeah, 100%. I was thinking Shaq too. All right, we're back on the air. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back as we're hanging out here debating who our fathers are.
Yes.
And
Where's
we're getting
Mari?
ready for Thanksgiving. So, Shane, you know, obviously you have your Tucson Foodie fam as well. So you're probably doing Friendsgiving, are you not?
I haven't been invited. I'm just waiting. I'm just desperately waiting for some friend to invite me to their Friendsgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Did Rico, did you just have a
I had a
Friendsgiving?
Friendsgiving last night.
That's very nice.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks for the call.
I didn't even know I was invited till like the day before. So
Uh-huh.
He was invited.
ambiguous
We're not
Friendsgiving.
Spears, have you been to a Friendsgiving?
I have been to a Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice
Very nice.
because you don't have to worry about your relatives saying some crazy political things. Like
Right.
all your friends are like on the same page as you.
So true.
That's the reason why I don't invite Rico to my Friendsgiving.
What kind of water is this? Is there chemicals in it?
All that-
You know these are making you gay, right? We're like, no, it wasn't the water, bro.
water.
Trust me.
All right, you want some cranberry sauce? I don't want those GMOs.
So, I mean, it's got to be a good time of year. Of course, you know, with Thanksgiving, the day after is Black Friday. You guys are doing a Black Friday sale as well at Tucson Foodie?
Yeah, thanks for asking. We're doing a big sale. You know, we have like two things we sell, right? We got the passport, which
Mhm.
gives you like $3,500 in gift cards to 70 local restaurants for $300. And
Yeah,
then we
that's
have
huge.
our club. We have our Tucson Foodie Insiders Club, and we have a private dinner every month. We have a member mixer at restaurants around town every month, and you get all these discounts to food festivals around town. So we're doing buy one get one insiders for the full year, BOGO, and then if you buy a passport, which we only have 80 of those left, by the way, then you
Nice.
get 6 months free of the Insiders Club. So, but we're not going to open that up until actual Black Friday. We're not doing the thing where it's Black Friday all month, like
Right.
Walmart
Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody's doing. Yeah, but we're
You're
going to
doing
do it through Cyber Monday, so 4 days.
I was gonna say Cyber Monday.
Yeah.
Okay, but it kicks off on Black Friday.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And then, of course, you could wrap it up on the Cyber Monday and buy it online through the cyber web, is what they call
Yeah,
it,
man.
I'm sure.
Internet.
Yeah,
The webs.
yeah, that's pretty good. I do like that passport too. I mean, honestly, if you're a fan of just different foods and you want to know like the best food in town, or you want to break up the monotony of your date night, definitely the Tucson Foodie Passport is the way to go. That's a stocking stuffer right there. Babooski.
Yeah. Hey, and you know what, dude? You know what we just did? We
What?
we allow you to give the gift cards inside of your passport to other people, so you could
Oh,
buy
what?
this thing and then just give out all the gift cards as Christmas gifts or whatever.
What?
Yeah, it's pretty
You
sweet. Yeah,
Whoa,
we just
okay.
launched that feature.
That's
Yeah.
huge.
That is huge
Pretty
because
cool.
a lot of people do get gift cards for Christmas, right? I know I do from my like distant relatives. It's usually like $10 from Chili's, and F that. I'd rather get a
Give
gift
'em to
certificate
me.
to something
I'll
that's
take
like,
'em.
yeah,
I'll
that's
take
good.
it. Chili's is great. Yeah, I love chili.
Hell yeah.
$10
Hell yeah, brother.
Those green beans.
Don't get me started.
Nah, I still say F that. Now I know. Okay, let's talk about this real quick. James Beard Foundation is coming to Tucson to celebrate local chefs. Now Matt Sterner wrote up about this. So you know, Chef Gary is trying to be nominated with all of our friends. All of our chef friends from the show are all basically James Beard worthy chefs. But what does this necessarily mean? That the James Beard Foundation is coming to Tucson, and what are they going to do to celebrate these chefs?
Well, I was just talking with Felipe Garcia, the president of Visit Tucson, about this because I had the same question.
Mhm.
Basically, James Beard is like, yo, what's in the water down there in Tucson?
Right, because we got bomb ass food.
Nice. Because why? Yeah, we have bomb ass food. Yeah, indeed. And a lot of great chefs doing some cool stuff. So they've noticed what we're up to. They're coming down for the celebration dinner. They're getting all the James Beard nominees and winners together for a nice little dinner. And the president of James Beard is coming down, and some of the other team members. And we're going to show them a good time so that they come back. Maybe we can do some other cool stuff with James Beard in the future.
See, that's huge.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, that is a big deal, especially in the culinary world. What is the significance of James Beard? Do you know?
I just like saying James Beard so much. I love it. It's a good name.
Well, I don't. You know what I learned about James Beard because I went to there was a play at the Invisible Theater about James Beard, and he was actually a really cool dude. He just loved food. He was like kind of Julia Child. He was just like big energy, super. He was gay, big gay icon, super fun and awesome, and knew everybody, and he just loved food.
Really?
I'm James Beard.
Yeah, it's cool. He wasn't like this like stuck up rich guy. He was like really, really cool and awesome.
Nice. All right. Yeah.
I actually don't know like why there's a foundation and why there's awards, but it's like definitely the most prestigious thing you can win as a chef. Besides
that
maybe
is amazing.
Michelin star would be.
Probably your fact checking. Like,
yeah. Well, maybe in the future, then cities can be recognized for their local music efforts with the Beef Vegan Foundation Award. That'd be nice.
I love that.
Yeah. I'm not as big and gay, but eventually we'll get there.
Working on.
Yeah. I'm growing in every aspect.
Yeah.
Keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/bevegan. Clear.
James Beard.
Yeah, but no,
I thought
now we know about
gay for some reason.
You throw it in there.
Very gay name.
Like a socialite. He's a socialite, right? Like that was his aspect. Like, and obviously he was. He's not around anymore. Is he dead?
Yeah, he died.
Well, from what time era was he around?
I don't know. It wasn't that long ago that he died.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. So
Sorry,
ask Matthew. He knows more about it.
Sorry.
Yeah, call Matthew Boomer right now.
No, that's fine.
Tell us.
All right, so we're gonna do a quick clip and then get reset for the next segment that we're gonna do a Tucson foodie. You got a minute to hang around there, Shane?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. And then Spears, you got to get to work. Or you hanging? Okay.
Get to work.
All right, Justin Spears, everyone.
Love you
Thanks for
guys.
coming in, hanging out. Thanks for talking sports with us. Maybe tomorrow. We'll do like one segment because it'll be super nice. And make my show a little easier as we wrap up a short week.
Let me know, man.
All right, good. All right, appreciate
Have a great
you.
Thanksgiving, Shane.
You too,
What about the rest of us? Jesus.
I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow.
ya.
You're not gonna see him.
Thanks. I appreciate it, buddy.
Have a great Thanksgiving, buddy.
Happy Friendsgiving.
There you go. You guys probably had Friendsgiving together.
Maybe.
Fuckers. All right. So earlier this morning, we talked about Wayne Brady getting his ass kicked. It was awesome. And it went a little something like this. Okay. Yeah. That last one actually did hit the beat. So good job.
Thank
See,
you.
it is fun when you do it on beat, right? Yeah.
Keep
I'm
it
going to say,
interesting.
yeah. All right. Welcome back to the show. I don't know if you heard this, but Wayne Brady got into an altercation yesterday, a car accident and then road rage like scenario. Have you ever fought anyone in a bout of road rage?
Have I ever what now?
Have you ever fought anybody road raging? Like it got into a
you
physical
mean, like,
fight
escalating?
over?
No,
Yes.
thank God. It would probably not end well.
Yeah, I mean, I told a story 2 years ago on this show when I was on my way into work one morning, a road rage situation that unfolded right in front of me, and the guys pulled over, and the guy who's being the aggressor ended up getting his ass beat, literally like 3 feet away from my door. And I rolled the window down and I just watched, and I didn't film it or anything. I took it in for my own forever memories. Wow. And the guy was pissed that he was getting his ass kicked because he was the one who wanted to kick some ass, And it doesn't always work out that way. When you want to kick someone's ass, I know in your head, you're like, oh man, I would be like Chuck Norris and go boom, boom, bam, and be on the ground. But in reality, sometimes what you imagine doesn't come true, and it's quite the opposite. And I feel like Wayne Brady had a scenario like this yesterday.
No boy.
Yes, because TMZ is reporting the road rage incident that happened in Malibu. It happened on Sunday night, and it resulted in fisticuffs between him and another driver. Apparently, the other guy hit Wayne's car as he was driving along the PCH, right? Pacific Coast Highway.
Mm-hmm.
and they both stopped and started shouting at each other. And that's when things got physical. And I'm assuming Wayne Brady said,
"Is Wayne Brady going to have to choke a bitch?"
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And I think he did say that. And to which the guy who he was, fighting with probably responded with a chuckle and said, "I'm going to show you, Wayne Brady." Because after the fight happened, Wayne Brady called 911 and the other guy took off. Wayne didn't need medical treatment or anything, but he was reportedly feeling banged up and sore yesterday. You know what that means? Yeah, Wayne Brady got his ass kicked. This is a situation. And because here's the street rules on this. All right, you get into a road rage altercation and a fight, right? Person on the ground is the last one left to call 911. The person who drives away is the one who was left standing and said, "All right, bitch, I'm out of here." Right?
Wayne Brady had enough.
Yes. Because if Wayne Brady would have beat this dude into submission, he would have been able to call the cops, and the cops could have came there and talked to both of them and impress charges wherever they may be. There was a car accident involved afterwards, and there's got to be insurance exchanged and all that. But that didn't happen. No. The dude drove off. Wayne Brady was left there with his cell phone and called the cops to report the incident.
2 hit and runs.
Yeah, so even though you play tough on TV, you got to sometimes remind yourself that maybe you're not that person. Maybe you grew up doing musical theater. Maybe you didn't do MMA.
He just improv his whole fight scene. Good for him.
All right, so there you go. Oh, look who we got here. It's Weirdo.
Oh, hello.
Good morning, Weirdo.
Good morning. For all of 8 minutes before my meeting.
Well, you can make Mac wait unless you're in a super hurry.
Well, no, because he said he's got another meeting at 10:30. It's my training for Friday.
Yeah, but you don't even need it. That's why you can make him wait. It's ridiculous. I mean, he's gonna be there. It's literally just recording 60 seconds. Like, hey, it's Weirdo. I'm at this car dealership. In fact, I'll do it for you right now because
I was gonna say they're gonna print out the script for me, aren't they?
Yes, they'll have a script there and everything. I mean, you could read it verbatim, but real pros summarize.
Right.
Right. So let's see. It has where the JC Me remote. Okay, that's for me. You're JC Nissan.
No, that's Powers. I'm Hyundai.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Eventually, you want to get into the remote rotation or what?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Maybe we can talk.
You want to start radioing?
But I don't want Hyundai. I want Ferrari.
Oh, you're out.
You're out.
Okay, so join Weirdo Friday, November 24th for the Jim Click Hyundai Black Friday 25% off super sales event. Located at 700 West Auto Mall Drive from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. You get 25% off MSRP, which nobody still knows what that means. Off your favorite Hyundai vehicles and many other brands that you love also. Plus, the best deals on certified used vehicles, which we call pre-owned because used sounds dirty. And then also the famous Yes Team will be on site.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Hey, you want to grab a drink with me afterwards?
Yes.
No. Oh, sorry. I guess you're not part of this Yes Team, are you? And Black Friday going on all weekend long and all November long. All at the Jim Click dealerships. More info, KFMA.com. So that's pretty much the information that you're going to be reiterating with the fact that the only change saying we are here.
Right.
I'm here, right here, right now.
Yeah, I have four breaks in 2 hours.
Yeah.
I'm doing.
Exactly. So if you want to hang out with Weirdo Friday, that's going to happen. If you want to hang out with Powers Friday at a later time, and if you want to hang out with me in a parking lot in a car dealership, Saturday. I'll be there Saturday.
Does that mean I officially made it as a radio DJ, that I get to do car remotes?
No, technically you haven't made it as a radio DJ until you do one of those remotes at
car wash.
No. Okay, I'll let you keep guessing, and then I'll give you the answer.
Blood bank.
No.
Sex shop.
No.
Damn.
Okay. So you're not officially a radio DJ until you do a remote at one of those meat trucks that set up in a parking lot and sell 20 ribeyes for $20.
Oh, okay. It's got to be like on South 6.
Industry secret.
That is the industry secret. They all do them all over the country, and you're not necessarily a DJ until you've done your meat truck remote.
Got it.
Yeah. And then you're not technically a DJ until you've been fired, which I told that story.
Yep, I do know that. Yeah, but you already swore you're hanging on to me. Even if they fire me, you're gonna be like,
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel better, I could hire and rehire you. Quick turnaround.
Make it official in front of a meat truck.
All right, so fire me tomorrow and then rehire me Monday.
No. I mean, I'll fire you when you have to step out of the studio to go train with Mac, and I'll rehire you around 11 o'clock. So you definitely join me tomorrow morning.
Got it.
I mean,
I did more of a deep dive in the turkey thing for Thanksgiving. I kind of got a little upset now. It says the tradition is thought to date back to 1947 when the National Turkey Federation, which represents turkey farmers and producers, first presented a national Thanksgiving turkey to President Harry Truman.
I'll leave it up to you to find the conspiracy behind it.
It's not. It's on.
Well, considering the turkey was supposed to be the original U.S. national bird, not the eagle.
Wait.
But it said even the days of the pilgrims eating, there was like no evidence of any fowl or turkey being a part of that, like for his dinner either.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm like, oh.
But he found it on Google on the dark web.
Yeah.
Well, is it didn't turkeys get brought from a different country? Like they weren't here.
Aliens.
No,
naturally?
I think turkeys are native.
Okay.
Yeah, but that makes a lot of sense. Of course, there's got to be a
Lobbyists.
big business, behind it. Yeah.
Like, oh, now it's officially America's Thanksgiving bird.
Yes, all of our traditions essentially it's just been a capitalist propaganda. Yeah.
Damn it. Well,
Does that really surprise anybody?
I thought it was more
Everything is that
sacred.
way.
Yeah. Now you're a professor, Shane. Did that sound semi-intelligent to you for a second?
Yeah,
Nice.
very logical.
Yeah.
Mm.
And whenever I
on.
get Shane's face of like surprise and like bewilderment, like, oh, look at this dummy stringing together thoughts of his own. Worked out pretty good. That makes sense. Hey, when's that vegan food festival again? Is it in December?
December 2nd.
Okay.
Saturday.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that next week. As
Cool.
we get
Yeah, I'm
closer.
for it.
Yeah. Get her in here too. So get Hannah in here. I spaced. Let's get on
Oh,
here.
yeah, let's do it. Okay.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Joining us now is Weirdo. Good morning, Weirdo.
Good morning.
And of course, we still got Shane from TucsonFoodie.com hanging out with us here.
Still here.
We're talking about the vegan food fest. It's going to happen next weekend. Not this next weekend, but the first weekend of December. We'll give you more
I'm
details
excited
on
about
that as we get
Next week.
closer. Yeah. Next week, we'll give you all the details on that. I'm looking forward to hanging out at that one as well. All right. What on TucsonFoodie.com would you like to share with us here, Shane? Give people a heads up. Not only do we talked about the passport, of course, Thanksgiving is a good time to be a foodie, try something new.
Well, I mean, if you're like me, you don't have your shit together. Right.
Well,
So
yes,
Okay.
we are on here though.
if you're like me, you don't have your Thanksgiving plans together. So
Yeah.
we put together a list of all of the restaurants offering, Thanksgiving stuff to go or dinners. And there's a few
Ooh,
that
I know
thought
two of them.
All right, well,
Oh, yeah?
let's Shane
Let's hear
get
'em.
to
Which
this.
ones?
I like this list. Hold on. I like this list because this is ideal not only just for people who don't have the families to eat with, but those who don't want to cook and want a really good meal. These restaurants at your back. All right, what are the two that you know?
Yeah, so I use TucsonFoodie.com on my Sunday show to talk about Zio Pepe. They've got Thanksgiving to go.
Nice.
And then Trident 2, which is on Swan. They've got, for $20, you get the turkey and all the fixings. Is that correct?
Yeah, what a great deal. Turkey, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, sausage stuffing, cranberry sauce, pumpkin pie, $20 a person. What a deal.
That's
Tried it.
such a
I tried
good
it,
deal.
Yeah, and Pinnacle Peak and the Monica are both doing $20 big Thanksgiving meals per person. So we've got some great deals out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I
That's
also
good in
wanna
this
call attention
economy.
Yeah, it is. People can maybe use a little break on that. Plus, like all those restaurants have delicious food, so it's going to be good. And I like pie. We were talking about pie earlier. There's two spots that are offering like 20, 30 different types of pies. One is Kingfisher, believe it or not. I had no idea that they have awesome pies.
Is it
kinds of
crab
pies.
seafood salad pie? I mean, what do you got? Kingfisher.
Is it going to kill Weirdo?
Clam chowder pie.
Pecan pie, chocolate pecan pie, pumpkin cheesecake, rhubarb pie, apple caramel apple pie, cranberry orange pie. There's many more. And they're all like $30, $20. You got to order by today, maybe might be the cutoff.
Okay.
A lot of these cutoffs are today. So if y'all haven't ordered from a restaurant or made reservations if you want to go eat, like you should jump on that. And the article that we put on Tucson Foodie sums them all up. There's like 30 on here.
Nice. Excellent. Well, that's a fantastic article to have and perfect timing. So if you are waiting to the last minute to figure out what you're doing for Thanksgiving, whether it's you by yourself or you with a small family, or you don't even want to pay and clean up for a larger family, Tucson Foodie has your back with a list of over 30 restaurants in town that are doing this. Jeff on the stream is asking if you need reservations at Pinnacle Peak. Do you know offhand if there's an answer on that?
They're doing a pickup. So they give you a fully cooked turkey with a bunch of sides ready to be reheated. It serves 4 to 6 people for $90 and you pick it up on Wednesday. So I don't even know if they're doing eating in or not. Yeah.
I don't know the math on this, but it does feel like a lot of these deals, like the one you just mentioned, is probably cheaper as opposed to you trying to do all this stuff yourself and then try to be Julia Childs in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, these restaurants are losing money. It's just such a good deal. All these deals are amazing.
Isn't that great marketing campaign?
I think they're trying to.
We're losing our ass. Let's go.
They want you to have a good Thanksgiving and then come back and eat there sometime and buy lots of alcohol.
Yeah. We're thankful for your customers. And you're thankful that we don't know math well. All right. Well, that was the best I can do. All right.
Jive turkey.
Excellent list. It's TucsonFoodie.com. Thanks for that call back there, Rico. And we're going to hit the reset. I'll be back with Beef Vegan Presents Beef Tip right after these words. Keep the conversation moving. YouTube.com/BeefVegan. Clear.
I want to look up how many pies Costco sells. Like,
do it.
They're
nationwide.
Yeah. Like
I'm going to ask, so you asked Google about the origin of the turkey in America. I'm going to ask, well, how do you word that question, by the way? Because I'm going to ask ChatGPT the same thing and see what it comes up with.
2019, Costco shoppers bought roughly 1/3 of the 6.3 million it sold overall that year.
Wow.
In the 3-day window. Whoa.
Yeah, that's impressive. All right. So what was the question you asked about the turkey to Google? Because I want to see what ChatGPT comes up with as far as an answer.
Oh, just like, why do we eat turkey on Thanksgiving?
Okay. Why do we eat turkey on Thanksgiving? What other events? Do you have any Christmas events coming up for Tucson Foodie? You have any food truck roundups, anything like that?
Just the vegan night market, but we haven't put together a list of cool Christmas foodie stuff happening around town yet. We haven't done that.
Well, yeah, and that's not something to talk about. I'm just talking about like actual events that we could like hang out and party at.
Oh, we got a Christmas party at Jack Rabbit Lounge. Every year we transform into the Jack Frost Lounge.
Yes, cool. I've always wanted to go to that. When are you doing that again?
It's a blast. Damn it. I don't have that off the top of my head.
He's not going to invite me.
December 16th.
What day is that?
Nope, that's not right. Let's go with December 21st. Yep, that's right.
Oh, 21st could probably
Thursday.
do. That's a Friday, right?
It's a Thursday.
I'll just put you on the invite.
All right. Well, then it looks like we're doubling up our show. We're actually in December. We're going to double up a couple shows because our Christmas party, our company Christmas party, is on a Wednesday. Debbie wants my mom to provide casino tables as well for trade out. And
do I get to bring all my partners?
Thanks. I got that invite. Yes. And it's funny.
3. It's
funny too, because my mom was like, what kind of trade out do I want? I'm in Phoenix, but we'll figure that out. But since the Christmas party is on a Wednesday,
get her Buck Cherry tickets.
Yeah, right. She didn't want to go to concerts anymore. So since the party is on a Wednesday, we're gonna double up our show that Wednesday.
Okay.
So we don't have to come in on Thursday, and then we'll probably do the same thing for Tucson Foodies party too, because I want to look, the reason why I want to do these company parties is you have to remember, like, I never got to do them. I was working them. I've always worked them. I didn't have company parties, and I would have to work all these nights because that's the busiest time of year for a casino entertainment company. Right. So I literally saw everyone else's fantastic time they were having at these company Christmas parties. And I was always the one who was working, missing out. And I want to be in a position in my life where I could have some fun.
I know the feeling. I've worked every single New Year's Eve for the last, as long as I can remember.
Exactly.
It's like, this sucks.
Yeah.
I just want to be invited and feel included.
Well, you're invited. Oh, you're not going to get Tucson Foodie's invitation now. So he put you on the ban list, but
why not?
You better be there, weirdo.
Okay. Yeah, you got to work on the female ratio, but for every vagina she brings, she got 3 dicks following her.
Two.
No, I'm following you too. I
Oh,
don't have
okay.
a vagina with me. So, all right.
I don't
Here's
discriminate. I like both.
That's true. That's nice.
Mm.
All right. You would have loved our musical guest today. He's the same way. All right. So here is the ChatGPT definition of why we eat turkey. Okay. The tradition of eating turkey on Thanksgiving dates back to the early 17th century when English pilgrims and Native Americans celebrated the first Thanksgiving together in 1621. Turkey was a plentiful bird in the region and became a symbol of the feast. So over time, this association grew. So either your Google search results were flawed, or Big Turkey got to ChatGPT
I think
as
Big
well.
Turkey got to ChatGPT.
All right. So they say over time, the association grew and became a popular dish. The tradition was solidified when President Abraham Lincoln declared Thanksgiving a national holiday in 1863, further emphasizing the importance of a turkey feast for this annual celebration. So, yeah, so you're
interesting.
Yeah, the information you got on
love learning-
AlexJones.com was not necessarily.
I love learning things like that, though. Like why things became popular back in the 40s and things like that. Like you look at De Beers and wedding rings, and you look at smoking for females, even. Like they talk about that guy that invented the advertising campaign, Mad Men style, or that, how that came about. I find that fascinating.
Yeah, me too. That's why I always like share those fun facts on the show. We usually do a speed breaks. But yeah, it's always something fascinating. In fact, actually, I'll give you
why do we do things today? Oh, the 40s.
Yeah.
Everything.
Right.
Oh, interesting.
Let's see. Here's some random facts here. Like, have you ever imagined? Can you imagine like a whale with like feet, like actual feet?
Ew.
Yeah. Well, over a million years ago, that's what it was. The first whales had legs and swam by wiggling their feet. Yeah, that's what scientists discovered. Over millions of years, those legs evolved into flippers. So that's how messed up those were.
They had the Quentin Tarantino dinosaur predator come after those feet whales.
So just like this
Kill 'em all
huge,
off.
blubberous animal with tiny little feet.
Dainty. Yes.
Little baby,
Did
little
you know?
baby feet.
We've been celebrating a 365-day year calendar because of Julius Caesar? Did you know he was the one that was that started all that?
I put forth the Christian calendar.
Yeah,
Is it called the Gregorian calendar?
Gregorian.
Yeah.
Gregorian.
So the longest year in history was 46 BC because that year was 445 days. It was when Julius Caesar transitioned from the Roman calendar to the 365-day calendar. Yeah, so that was an interesting fact that I found out yesterday. Let's get into a beef tip here. All right, Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the show. Still hanging out with Weirdo, Rico, and Shane from TucsonFoodie.com. I also like to thank Rocco from Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza. As always, dude comes in, hooks us up, makes us stuffed. Today's pizza is the pizza of the month, and that is the chicken enchilada pizza. It's topped with Takis, and it is fantastic. You can check out what it looks like and us eating it on our Instagram page at Rock 102.1. All right, let's get into your beef tip before we wrap things up. And before I get into this beef tip, let me ask you a question. In full honesty and transparency, don't worry, nobody's going to break down the door and arrest you. But have you ever accidentally stole something during the self-checkout line process?
Several times.
No.
See, Rico, you're afraid to admit it.
No, I don't.
Your face says guilt all day long.
It's called,
Shane, you don't
it's
want to
called
admit
the
that
game.
Accidentally?
Accidentally. See, now this was a question that was asked in a recent
Or on
survey.
purpose?
Yeah, well, either or. It's the same result at the end of their bottom
No,
line, right?
would never do that. No.
Well, according to a new Lending Tree survey of 2,000 U.S. consumers, 15% of shoppers of all ages admit they've stolen items from self-checkout kiosks. And that number doubles to 31% for Gen Z consumers, giving themselves a five-finger discount. Now, ultimately, retailers need to decide whether the self-checkout terminals are worth the risk. And Lending Tree chief credit analyst Matt Schultz said there's a question lots of realtors are likely wrestling with, right?
Retailers,
thank you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because is it cheaper for them to just, hire the couple extra cashiers or lose money from stuff being stolen?
Here's the truth. they should be hiring cashiers, and they're trying to save pennies on the dollar. It doesn't make sense. Now, while some with sticky fingers regret their thievery, 44% say they plan to continue stealing from self-checkouts.
It's called the game.
44%, right? And if you start thinking that this is immoral and that this should be illegal, actually shoplifting from a store is illegal. You know what's not illegal? I don't know, shrinkflation. You know what's not illegal? Raising your price to depict a recession, even though you're like posting record profits. You know what's not illegal? These companies literally shoplifting from you each and every day. And every now and then you want to get a pack of gum for $3.99. You want to get some water that you forgot to scan. You know what's not illegal? All right, everything that they've been doing to you over and over again. I'm not saying that it's right that you should be shoplifting. I'm not saying that. But at the same time, they are stealing from us each and every day, posting record profits, trying to cry poverty. That's BS. So you want us to do the work too and not give ourselves a tip because we did awesome at the checkout lane today? You see how fast I rang this stuff up? I put in all the codes, for all my fruit and stuff. That stuff doesn't scan. I got to do that with my fingers. I got to manually put in the code and then weigh it to see how much I have to pay. I deserve a Snickers bar for that. I'm just saying.
Or a PS5.
Right? Now, all that stuff, of course, shoplifting is illegal. But if you don't address the things that are legal, that are definitely affecting us, that are leading 31% of people to not even regret shoplifting from you, then the problem's not going to stop and it's only going to continue. That's my high horse today. That's how pissed off I've been
for
today.
President.
No, I'll steal from you too. I swear to God. That's my whole campaign, Shane,
I'm so amped up.
I know. I'm so ready.
I'm ready to go ahead and
ready for this
self-checkout line.
Yeah.
Shane, I realize why you don't come in the studio anymore. And I apologize. So the views and opinions. Yeah, the views and opinions of this show are mine alone, not my company's or anything else. So don't come at them. A couple other stats for you.
Zone there, Rico. Did you get spit
I was
on?
in the splash zone. Yeah.
Hey, get spit on.
My plastic liner.
You know what's not illegal? Spitting on a coworker's face when you're passionate about injustices in society.
Right? Might not be illegal, but it's me a call to HR.
Whatever. Okay, jokesters. Here's a couple of other tips that'll end with and no more preaching, I swear to God. But some folks are selective about their willing to take. 37% say they'd only steal from self-checkout to save money on groceries or healthcare products. I mean, a lot of times you're just like, it's all it is a discount,
Just needed 2 extra avocados.
And as it turns out, some people are shoplifting by mistake, aka the Shane defense. They say 79% of self-checkout users are diligently making sure each item gets scanned, while 21% that they've actually taken an item or two. It happens, right? So, we need jobs. We need people to get paid more. We need big businesses to stop cutting corners so they could post record profits. And if they don't want their bottom line to be messed with, then all they have to do is continue to provide those jobs. I'm done preaching. I'm sorry that I even went down that route. Thank you guys for listening. Shane from TucsonFoodie.com. Thank you for joining us.
Happy Thanksgiving, Shane.
Everybody. Happy Thanksgiving, Rico.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Robin Nash is up next.
Turkeys.
You guys, good luck on the turkeys. That don't fit down your pants.
Put it on your shirt. You'll just be pregnant. It's fine.
That's enough. We're already getting charges pressed against us. All right, enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish
What's this lawyer's office number that's calling me?
will come an end to all your grief.
Don't leave yet, Shane.
If you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.